Dojan. Welcome in, everybody. I am Vicariously Jumpy. And today we're not going to be doing much. I just want to let everyone know that I am doing well. I am alive. I am on, like, 2 different sets of medications since the last time I chatted. And the last time I, streamed in general, which was almost a year ago to this day, I think. And a lot has happened since then, and it's really hard to break it down to what initially made me stop streaming. Um, for the most part, I had a lot of life events happen almost like one at a time for me. And another thing that kind of made me want to just take a break from streaming and just drop it all together was just genuine burnout. I'm not saying that I'm going to be graduating anytime soon or anything like that, but with the way things have been since my life events, like it's really hard to stack, and I don't really want to sound like I'm pity partying or anything, but in a sense, a lot has happened. I had a falling out with a very long-time friend. I had my grandfather die, and my old job that I absolutely despise and put 7 years into without any reward just kept screwing me over at every single turn. And so um and they kept on refusing to hire my roommate to work in like the neighboring store or anything, which, long story short, is just bullshit, and it's a whole story in its own right. I'll probably talk about it maybe more in the future, but for the most part, it's that's oh yeah, and that's kind of like one of the things uh that kind of like happened since the last time I streamed was the VTuber group that I was a part of went under. Oh geez, where is that uh logo at in my layers? Where are you? That should be not there. But yeah, that went under, and so I was like, oh man. And yeah, and everything else with my life events going forward just like stacked on top of that, and it was very depressing over time. Hi Dakota, why are you awake at this time? I am currently trying to find my source for the Sillytopia logo that is up top left. Little Jamie, hello Dakota. How have you been today? Or yesterday? Or this morning? Which have you? Dakota resigns. I won't use. Oh, you'll probably use them at like some point. You just gotta like find an excuse to use them for one thing or another. God damn, where is this fucking logo source at? The picture shows should be like here. Wait, is this it? Yep. Okay, found it. But yeah, a lot's happened since I last streamed. I've been trying to keep in touch with, well, actually, it's a bit of a fib. More or less, I kind of tried isolating myself, and if it wasn't for Dakota and a few of our friends in our little silly goober chat, I probably would have been in a lot more darker place than I was before. So with that, I thank you, Dakota, and I also thank our friends on top of that because holy crap, was I in such a depressive point before this. But yeah, so yeah, went from not one but two VTuber groups going under. Went from uh shit. It went from that to having a falling out with a childhood friend. Then after that, grandfather died, and then yeah, then a lot of stuff happened with my previous place of work that started giving me hernias. And like I was saying before, I worked at that place for almost 7 years, and never have I ever had a hernia up until towards the end of 2024. And so uh and then because of situations with my roommate having moved in back in 2024, I tried getting him a job in like all sorts of places, but for whatever reason people weren't hiring him. And we honestly at first we thought it was because of his epilepsy issues, but where he's working now, he almost didn't get a job there because of something else. And it makes me question what could have been the possible reasons he couldn't have been hired at literally any other place near here. No problem. I appreciate y'all in that group too. Yeah, we really have a good group of friends. Even though we need to probably work on our like scheduling or something a little bit better, in my opinion, or something. That's probably my one complaint, because like it seems like our closeness isn't as strong as it was when we all first met or grew on one another, I guess, which is sad to me, but oh well. But it's not all that bad. We still talk to each other. We still play games with each other, and we're still doing D&D with each other. Come later today, which I'm excited about because we dressed up Dakota's D&D character and dressed him up like a girl, and now he's his D&D character is what is it, like a female zombie, and now he's got to pretend to be a zombie until he's like caught by a something undead liberation front or something like that. Whatever Krabby has planned for us. We're doing a Scooby-Doo. Basically, we're technically doing a reverse Scooby-Doo if you think about it. So yeah, I'm kind of excited for that. Curious what Krabby has in store for us. I hope Calmer is able to catch up to us, which is gonna be a funny way to try to make up an excuse for his character to catch up to us. So yeah. What else? I do have another D&D thing that I have going. Well, actually, technically a couple. Well, no, sorry. There was going to be a couple more D&D things I was trying to do, but because of certain scheduling issues, I don't think I'll be able to do that up until at least maybe Thursday with a couple of buddies of mine. And I've also been getting to D&D with my younger sister, or have gotten her into D&D. So we're trying to do like every Tuesday at our local comic book store, where our DM is hosting sessions there. The issue is that my roommate is finally getting more hours at his job again, finally. but because of that, later today you won't be able to um go in D&D with my sister, unfortunately. However, D&D with you, Dakota, and Jinx, and possibly Calmer and Krabby as well is still go ahead for me. Um, what other things have I been up to? Yeah, I've gone on medications, on stuff for ADHD and my depression now, which really helped me a lot. Like, holy crap, did the antidepressants like kick in immediately. That kind of gives you an idea of how much of a sad sap I was before getting on it, antidepressants. Because all my doctors have said, oh yeah, it's gonna be like, you're not gonna notice it at first, but it's gonna like, could be like an overtime difference to your depression. Took one pill the same morning I stayed up to 5 a.m. Because I had an appointment at like 7 and I was like up at till 5 a.m. I don't remember what I was doing. I think I was playing Uma Musume. But anyways, so then I went to go and to my appointment, got to the doctor, was talk to my doctor, and she told me about the effects, and I was like, okay, well, I hope it. Oh, and she was like, oh yeah, it's gonna make you tired, so like make sure you take a dose before, or like before you go to sleep, and whenever you yeah, I think that was what she initially told me. And I told her about how I was mostly closing shift, so I have to like wake up at like the afternoon to be able to do my shift. And she told me, oh yeah, then so pretty much whenever you get home, take your medicine. So I did that, but I was like, she was like, okay, make sure you get onto a routine where you take a pill a day. I had a tiny, like minuscule blue pill that you could say was probably about the size of a pea, and popped it into my mouth, chugged water, and went to bed. No, what? How many times? So by the time I got home, it was about 8, 9 o'clock. So, and I woke up at like 1 in the afternoon, and I remember this vividly because holy crap, did that antidepressant hit me hard. And I don't mean like hard isn't a bad way. I mean it like made me see things in like a better light, and like I can't explain it, but like those generic beautiful Sunday morning moments you see in like live action TV shows where like the bright morning sun is shining in and the person's rising and shining out of bed, stretching, having a smile on their face and everything. That was how I felt after I woke up after taking my antidepressant. I felt like a brand new person. And my doctor and everything, the next time I visited them, like a couple weeks later, were actually surprised how fast it reacted to my body. So that was fun. And then I think I was working a little bit. I think my body was adjusting to it a little bit fast, so I had to get on a higher dosage. Then glad they are working out for you. Yeah, so am I. So am I, because holy crap, did I really need them? Because I never realized how much life had affected me for all these years until I took that one blue pill. And then I just whole new person. Like even my dad, when I visited him after I like I think maybe a month after taking either the antidepressants or Adderall, that my dad realized that I seemed like a whole different person to him. That's how much it affected my mood, my personality, my everything. Like he said I was glowing. He said that like my aura was like a whole new vibe. And I'm really glad to hear that from him. and he even is even glad I've even gotten help. Now the Adderall is like hit or miss for me every now and then, because like I will have moments where my Adderall will like help me focus better, but it's going to like distract me at the same time. It's really hard to explain. It's not like the example of Adderall in Family Guy, but it's like kind of similar to that, because the joke Family Guy made with the Adderall is like an example, is like a exaggerated example of how it affects people with ADHD. Because Stewie was like slumped like a rock and high like a motherfucker, and then you had Brian who was like ADHD on overdrive, and so it was like that's kind of like the exaggerated examples of like the effects of ADHD medication could have on you. As far as I'm aware, I think I might be in the middle of that, if that makes sense. Jambi, chat, Jambi's aura farming. Let's fucking go. Aura farming. Let's see what else. Oh, and see, and this goes back to what I was saying about my ADHD medication being hit or miss, because I realized I was about to be chatting about like my other D&D stuff, but like here I am talking about my ADHD, having an ADHD moment. See what else? Yes. D&D with my sister every Tuesday. Then we got D&D with Dakota and friends every other Tuesday. And then currently I'm actually trying to run my own D&D campaign in a personal, or I guess you could say more private Discord server with me and a couple other friends of mine and a couple new people I haven't really interacted with as much. So that's gonna be a fun experience, and so hopefully I do DMing justice with these people as well, because what I have in store, and I don't think anyone here in chat is part of the server, so I wonder if I can like yap about some of the crazy ideas I have planned, because some of them are original, some of them not so much. But basically, I have a lot of crazy ideas planned, and it helps that this one YouTuber guy, I think his name's William or something. He's D&D Shorts on YouTube, and if you look him up, he's got like a lot of interesting content in regards to commentary on D&D and whatnot. And he's actually been doing Kickstarters that have to do with D&D 5th edition stuff, but they're like more based around the concept of like Monster Hunter and kaijus and whatnot. So like imagine doing D&D related stuff but with like Godzilla in the background, and that already alone sells me on it, and I'm already trying to do the Kickstarter for like the sequel books that he's working on. And I actually got one of my friends that I'm doing the other D&D session with to get me one of the earlier books as a early birthday present for myself. And it's like, and I'm also trying to get my dad to get the other book as a birthday gift for myself coming up, since my birthday is St. Patrick's Day. But so hopefully I'm lucky. But yeah, I kind of want to implement that stuff as well into my campaign, while also implementing a lot of other cool ideas. I'm not quite sure how to implement them or talk about them here, but I have brought them up to like Krabby and stuff to possibly do as well. I don't think he'll do it since he's already doing his own thing, but that's fine. Every dungeon master is different in their own way of handling their own storytelling for their players, which is cool. It's a vibe. So there's that. What else? Do I talk about? I think that's really it, more or less. I think I'm also trying to do D&D with my other group of friends as well, for Thursdays. But right now, those guys are a bunch of chuckleheads because I told them, hey, I can do D&D Thursday nights on these Thursdays, but not these Thursdays. And then they go ahead and do the try doing D&D for the Thursdays that I can't do it. So, great listening, guys. I appreciate it. But it's supposed to be based around D&D 3.5 edition, which is kind of like the the foundation of what the Pathfinder TTRPG is based on. And it's how do I explain this? It's an interesting mechanics that help you individualize your repertoire for how your character is a proficient in certain categories, if that makes sense. Because with 5th edition and both 2014 and 2024 edition, they kind of simplified it a lot, and it doesn't help it because of the travesty that was 4th edition. 4th edition came out in like the mid 2000s, and it was fine for certain aspects, but the issue is that they made the mechanics for the entirety of 4th edition based around the MMO that was coming out around the same time. So you had tabletop mechanics be turned into MMO mechanics, and everyone didn't like that. Like, I could go on to a whole spiel about the problems with 4th edition. My biggest example what was wrong with 4th edition is that in D&D, every edition has like a starter kit, right? And every starter kit gives you a basic adventure, enemy stat blocks for monsters and whatnot. For basic monsters like, goblins, wolves, and whatnot. My high school buddies and I, during the 2014 D&D 5th edition, used our own created characters to try and run a campaign using the starter kit 4th edition stuff, not realizing how drastically different it was, because it took 2 regular wolves, not dire wolves, not werewolves, 2 regular wolves to kill us, and we couldn't even lay a finger on them. That's how drastically different 4th edition was from 5th edition. And that's not getting into like the meat and potatoes of the mechanics 4th edition tried implementing to make itself stand out from previous editions up to that point, while also staying in the realm of MMO mechanics as well. Yeah, see, there goes my ADHD again. Damn it. What else? Yeah, the kind of covers like a bit of the gist of what I have planned going on. Off stream, on stream, I'm not quite sure what to do going forward. I was actually kind of planning to do the rest of our grounded streams with words with Dakota and Jinx going forward for like at least Mondays, but we have not been successful with streaming on Mondays for like last month. So hopefully we get back to that soon. Other than that, I'm not quite sure what kind of schedule I'm looking at as of right now. Because my current work schedule with my current job is like I'm off Mondays and Tuesdays, so that's kind of why I'm able to chat here. But I'm also having to work around my roommate's schedule as well as at the moment, which can vary from what he tells me. Because from what he tells me, he can, depending on if he gets called in or not, or if somebody at his work calls off and he gets called in to replace them, can be anywhere between morning to afternoon. to afternoon, going into 5 or 6 in the morning. So that's kind of one of the reasons why I'm up right now, because he's doing the 5 to 6 in the morning shift. Hopefully next Monday's the one. Hopefully. Hopefully. Because I really do want to continue and finish off where we left off for our grounded session, because I really think we're close, but I feel like every time we say that, it somehow like backfires in our face, because we just like end up needing to grind for more materials, which is kind of expected when it comes to games like this. But you know, it makes me all the more curious to see what Grounded 2 does differently. Oh, ads coming up. I also want to add a lot more different, like not chat commands, but like well, yeah, chat commands, but like timers, because I kind of want to like do stuff to help me keep having conversations with chat, asking, trivial questions, but like questions that get y'all thinking, and then we can have back and forth about that. I'm not quite sure how to go about that. I have an idea of how to go about that, but like how to implement so many questions and not be repetitive and dry is a challenge. Because as of right now, I could probably just like chat command random topic, and then talk about that random topic and have me yap about it. But yeah. And now we are on ad time, which is my time to not yap, I guess. Also, who is that in chat? Who is the one looking? Who are you? Little Totodile? Oh, Stitch. Hey, Stitch. Hope you're enjoying the lurk. Oh. Bada 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 da. Oh, god damn, why are ads so long? Bada 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 ba. Hmm. Yeah. Oh. Oh, while I'm here, shout out Dakota. Hehehe. Yoinked the deer. Scale of 1 to 10, how Gumby filled would you say you are? 1 being who's Gumby, and 10 being dang, Gumby's pretty sick. I want to say a 5 Gumby, because I still don't know who Gumby is, but like I know like of him. Because like you keep on talking about Gumby, but I just don't know Gumby off the top of my head. Oh wait, didn't you tell me before they're like their shows on Tubi now? Probably watch that one of these days, along with like a lot of the stuff that Cartoon Network brought over as well. Which I'm really surprised to this day how crazy Tubi like got hold of all that Cartoon Network content is just really, really, really awesome. And it's gonna be so freaking nostalgic for me as well. Speaking of which shows is everyone in chat excited for from the Cartoon Network Tubi collaboration, whatever? I've been watching random shorts on Gumby on YouTube. Freaking nerd. Over there doom scrolling when you should be watching Tubi. Oh my god, please, Tubi sponsor me. You know what? Actually, please, you do Kamen Rider English subs legally on your website. Please sponsor me. I love Kamen Rider. I was actually watching Kamen Rider openings before streaming too, because like somebody shared on like Twitter, I think, of like, what is a show opening that you would not skip, and they did like the Digimon Frontiers anime opening, and I love that song so much. It's such a vibe. It reminds me of my childhood so much. Ah! Oh, I feel like I'm getting old, but thankfully not as old as Jinx. So that's a plus. She's probably gonna fucking kill me later. I watched the first 3 episodes of Animaniacs on Tubi so far. Oh, that's cool. Does it's probably gonna be a no, but I have to ask this because I'm curious. Does Tubi have the original Animaniacs, or do they have like the quote-unquote reboot sequel season that they did for Hulu? I'm pretty sure that season of Animaniacs is exclusive to Hulu. So Stitch, Frontier opening was goated. It really was, Stitch. It was. And it gives me goosebumps too. And like watching it from that guy's shared post on Twitter, like, just gave me like a shot of nostalgia, because it reminded me of because a lot of times when I visited my grandparents on the weekends, that's normally when Digimon Frontiers would be playing, and I remember watching that in my grandparents' bedroom while they were like, I think outside grilling or something. Only has the OG. The reboot is Hulu exclusive still, as far as I know. That makes sense. That makes sense, because I was actually just watching the oh fuck, I can't remember his name, but he's like Tamers is my favorite season. I rewatch it at least once a year, lol. Tamers is really good too. But I feel like Tamers is like Tamers the one with Renamon, right? Because I feel like if it wasn't for Renamon, like so many people's a furry awakenings wouldn't have happened. Correct. Yep, figured. Dakota, I don't think you watched Digimon, have you? If not, we have to fix that. Nope. Yep, we definitely need to fix that. I'm an Impmon Beelzemom stan. You know, that's fair. And I actually kind of want to play the Digimon games just because of that Fem Beelzemon. Which I'm curious how that came about. At the same time, I'm not arguing it. Do we though? Yeah. There's like a lot. There's like a laundry list of shit that like I need to get you into, Dakota. On top of like already the mountain of shit that we keep on like starting like not finishing. Because we need to catch you up on the rest of Vox Machina. We need to get you to watch The Mighty Nine. We need to finish Jujutsu Kaisen, which is only 3 seasons. Or actually, no. Well, yes, it is 3 seasons now, because season 3 started not that long ago. But like, I'm really tempted not to watch season 3 because I know that season 3 is where everything's gonna go downhill in terms of quality and consistency. Let's just say that. And like, if anyone's been reading the Jujutsu Kaisen sequel manga, like you can even like, you can even see that the creator Gege has been burnt out and trying so fucking hard to kill the series. And I don't mean in that as in like, oh, he's shit. No, he's like, he literally is trying to like make sure he doesn't do another Jujutsu Kaisen. Can we watch the Digimon movie with the Angela Anaconda short that caused someone's parents to get divorced? What? Okay, I know what you're talking about, Dakota. And what's funny is that Mia and my cousins used to have the VHS movie of that Digimon movie, and to this day, like no one knows or comprehends why that opening short happened at all. And now I'm really curious as how the fuck that caused somebody's parents to divorce. That's really curious, Dakota. Like you have me intrigued. I need to look that up now. I just got the recent Blu-ray release for that movie. Fuck yeah. I didn't even know we got a re-release. Damn. Because they both aired on the same channel at the same time? Huh? Because they both aired on the same channel at the same time. Not gonna lie, that still has me confuzzled. And it doesn't help that the whole Angela Anaconda short, like I said before, to this day has like no context, and nobody knows who the fuck greenlit this. Like they were Fox Kids shows. Well, I can see like why it had a collaboration. It's just like I said, nobody had a recollection of like who approved this. That short exists because Fox wanted to copy the first Pokemon movie, which had a short at the opening. Did it? God damn, I'm like brain fogging when it comes to, like, the Pokemon Digimon movies. I don't remember there being a short. No, wait, no, yes, no, fuck. Brain. Ah. I think there was? But it still was in the context of Pokemon, wasn't it? It wasn't like something like out of pocket like Angela Anaconda. Was it? Or am I misremembering? God damn. That was the Pikachu's vacation. Okay, so that makes sense, at least, right? For the most part, it makes sense. But, like, Angela Anaconda? Really? I feel like, oh my god, I have a weird sense of deja vu. I feel like I've said that. You know what? I actually did. I actually did say Angela Anaconda. Really? The same exact way to my cousin the other day, because me and her were actually talking about like Digimon and all that shit too. The parents' marriage was already on the rocks, and when the Angela Anaconda short started, they thought they went to the wrong movie and started arguing. No! 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 Oh, that poor child. That poor kid. Imagine having a scarred moment in your life like your parents divorcing over Angela Anaconda. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is so sad and hilarious at the same time. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that, though? Let's go to the movies. I'll save this family. Honest to God, if arguing of walking to the wrong movie theater auditorium is what causes your divorce, I don't think the movie was the issue. Angela Anaconda short starts play. And what's even worse too is that like at the Angela Anaconda short at least had like, you know, references to fucking Digimon too, you know. But like the Pikachu Vacation is like a whole like Pokemon related thing. It wasn't like done by Junji Ito. It didn't have like a fucking out of pocket animation. Fun fact, the Digimon movie actually predates Shrek as far as having All Star by Smash Mouth on the soundtrack. Yes, you are correct. Actually, even what's the Mystery Men? Mystery Men even predate the Digimon movie with the All Star soundtrack because the Smash Mouth music video utilized footage and stuff from the Mystery Men movie. All Star was made for Mystery Men, right? Yeah, I kind of just like brand about that before you type that out. Yeah, it was like, fuck, when did Mystery Men come out? I think Mystery Men came out the same year I was born, maybe? I think. Fuck, now I'm gonna have to Google this. Mystery Men movie. Because, believe it or not, there was actually a comic book of the same name that the 1999, so yeah. Really, 1999. So when did the Digimon movie come out? This was Digimon. Shit, I forgot there was like multiple of them. This one? Oh, I forgot. They kind of mixed a couple into one. When was this one? 1999. Wow, a lot of these movies came out in 1999. Except Shrek. Huh. The whole soundtrack for Digimon is a 90s time capsule and it's amazing. Yeah, you have Angela Anaconda, you have Smash Mouth, you have Digimon! And not only Digimon, you have like the, what, first two generations of Digimon as well? That fucking Deborah Digimon, what, or whatever the fuck it's, Deborahmon, whatever, that, the fucking computer virus one, like, scarred me as a kid. Was it Devilmon? I can't remember, but it's like, god damn, did it give me the fucking heebie-jeebies back then. Theoboromon. Yes, because the namesake is, I think, based on Deborah, who is a demon lord. I need to fact check this. Thank you, Google. Deborah. No, not the Jujutsu Kaisen version. No! Why is that the first thing that comes up? God damn it. Oh, you know what? I'm stupid. Theoboromon. Diablo. I'm stupid. Diablomon, yep. I was too busy watching Kirby right back at ya to care about these Mon shows. But isn't like that Kirby show like? I mean, it's not bad, but it's like not as long lasting compared to Digimon and uh Pokemon. Fuck. I feel like Stitch and I are over here like talking about like Kamen Rider and Super Sentai, and then you're over there watching Tattooed Teenagers of Beverly Hills. I liked it as a kid when it was on. The Kirby show or Pokemon and Digimon? Or yes. Kirby? You know what, that's fair. I did too. Kirby was from the 4Kids channel, right? There's a lot of things I liked 4Kids had, but I don't like a lot of the censorships that they did. Unnecessarily. The whole finger gun censorship in Yu-Gi-Oh! To, God, what did they replace? They replaced regular flintlock artillery and guns in One Piece with, shit, what was it called? Fuck, what did they use for the censorship there? It was like potato guns or something like that, right? This week I've been rewatching most of the Gen 1 Yu-Gi-Oh! Nice. You know what? Actually, Stitch, I don't know, I think the official Yu-Gi-Oh! YouTube channel did like a, either the official Yu-Gi-Oh! Channel or somebody was like live streaming a marathon of like Gen 1 Yu-Gi-Oh! I think it was the Dual City arc. What's your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh show? Because I'm a GX fan myself. That's what I've been watching. Ah, okay, so it is the same person I was thinking of. Got it. Yeah, a lot of people don't like GX for some reason, even though like I like it because of superhero shenanigans. Elemental Hero Flame Wingman. And then it's like it destroys your creature and deals that much damage to your face. BAM! Like that's fucking awesome. And then we never ever got like a definitive. Well, we see that's the thing about dub versus sub logic is that it kind of like creates two different continuities, which it bugs the fuck out of me sometimes. Which is why I didn't really like the censorship stuff for One Piece with 4Kids, because the 4Kids of One Piece has the main characters die, and we never pick it up again after that. Whereas if you read the manga or if you watch the sub version, it just continues on where it leaves off there. I pretended to like a Yu-Gi-Oh! Show as a kid because I thought I was supposed to like it because it was a boy show. And I actually watched an episode and got bored. I mean, it's 2026, Dakota. You don't have to be in the closet anymore. But I understand. Like, I can understand that something like that is not everybody's cup of tea. I'm a fan of Duel Monsters, GX, and 5Ds, but I fell off around when Zexal started. You know what? I fell off of Yu-Gi-Oh! After 5Ds. 5Ds nuts. But yeah, that's literally where I stopped too. That's where I stopped collecting cards. That's where I stopped watching the anime. And it's also where I kind of, in general, kind of stopped watching cartoons in general. And that's kind of where I had a more anime. What's the word for it? Not attunement, but attraction, I guess you can say. Because, you know, anime seemed a little bit more mature, I guess, compared to, like, some of the stuff that was coming out around that time. I only recently tried getting back into card games over the past year or so. That's understandable, especially since not a lot of card games are doing anything good or consistent lately. And I mean that as someone who's an avid spend $100 for Magic cards kind of guy. Because Magic the Gathering, for example, has just like it was gaining back its luster back when its foundation set came out, because it was like, oh, we're going back to our roots with foundations. And then literally the next fucking year is like, hey, so let's get ready for Star Trek. And I'm like, what? Why? Why? Star Trek? Like, like I know a couple friends, Colmer in particular, is like gonna be excited for that, I guess. But I don't even think he plays enough or would be into it enough to collect Star Trek cards. I would like to get a Picard card, just so I can say I got Patrick Stewart. Yu-Gi-Oh! Though, I can't get back into Yu-Gi-Oh! Though. Like, even if I wanted to, I just can't. Master Duel has done a lot to make learning Yu-Gi-Oh! More accessible and less daunting. That's true if you're playing with, like, pre-constructed decks or structured decks, because that way it's on, like, an even playing field. But if you're playing against people who operate on wanting to, what is it? OTBK you? OTK, that's what it's called. Then you're in for a bad time. Whereas Magic the Gathering is not on that level yet, per se. But we have a leveling system to let players know, hey, if you're wanting to play with the big boys, you're going to have to play with specific cards. Otherwise, you're going to get slapped in by turn 3. Whereas, you know, in, like, casual brackets of Magic the Gathering, we have, like, much better consistency when it comes to back and forth and whatnot. There was a short period when I was super young where I thought I was supposed to like action cartoons, but didn't really like them, and I don't know why, because I didn't have friends or anything at the time. I was just being weird. Like, there was no reason to think that. You know, that's, like, again, Dakota, that's fair. Like, not everything is everyone's cup of tea. There's this YouTuber called The Professor. He has a YouTube channel called the Tolarian Community College. He is a Magic the Gathering guru. And when he first started getting into fandoms and whatnot, he was born and raised in, like, the generation of Transformers, Barbies, G.I. Joe, Care Bears, and all that. You want to know what he was into when he was a kid growing up? My Little Pony. Yeah. Gen 1 My Little Pony, he was into instead of Transformers, G.I. Joe, and whatnot. And the cool thing about that, too, was that his father actually supported this, too. I prefer cartoons with fart jokes and a little deer. As a little deer. That's fair. It's honestly fair. Especially all, like Looney Tunes and stuff like that. I have a casual interest in Magic. But I'm super into, I'm not super into Commander, and I feel like Magic is becoming really Commander-focused. So, the thing about that, Stitch, is that you're not wrong. Like, you're not, at all. And it's mostly because of the fact that Commander as a format is a lot more, how do I say this? Different than a lot of other card games. Because with, like, Digimon, One Piece, New Gundam card game, and Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh!, they kind of have, like, a whole similar basis. And so when Commander started taking off in popularity, because people realized how unique it was compared to those other playstyles other card games had, that just caused a lot more people to be attracted to that uniqueness. The issue with that is that attraction of being unique caused it to not be unique anymore, and that was the mainstay. Which before, if you can even look back at it from haha, snooze, you bitch. But you can look back at when I joined Magic the Gathering, because when I joined Magic the Gathering, it was 2021, and I joined as soon as they started to have more of a focus on Commander. And what I mean by that is, normally when a set comes out, they have maybe 1 or 2 precons per set, right? And that's how it was when I got into Magic through Kaldheim, which is a Norse mythology-based set. And I was like, okay, I bought these 2 decks. What the fuck do I do with them? Because I had no idea what the fuck I was doing when I was playing. And after that, I started to get an understanding. And then when Strixhaven came out, I want to say, God, when did Strixhaven come out? I think Strixhaven came out, I want to say August of that same year. So it was 2021. And they came out with 4 precon decks for that. And I'm like, oh. And they're precon commander decks, mind you. So they weren't just doing like standard legal pre-constructed decks. Well, I mean, they're doing that more now because they realize how much they fucked up and emphasizing commander over standard and modern, but it's very yikes, because like I said, Stitch, you are right, they are focusing more on commander and it's very blatant. I got into when Ikoria released because I love kaijus and wanted the Godzilla cards. Yes, and you can yeah. So the thing about that is that I kind of wish they kind of go back to that kind of mindset, but they probably won't, unless it's in a secret lair. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Because I loved Ikoria. I didn't get into Ikoria initially. I only got like maybe a few packs, but like I have Space Godzilla, I have Baby Godzilla, I have the Godzilla egg, or no, Mothra's egg, and then I have Mothra as well. And I got those cards. Like, oh, they're so awesome. I love them. They're in my Orzhov deck, I think. No, Mothra is in my Orzhov deck. The egg is in my Atrami deck. But yeah, Magic the Gathering in general has been doing a lot more focus and into commanders. to the point where it's like so egregiously obvious that they're not even hiding anymore. Because the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle set is actually a big example of their emphasis on the Commander format. Because with the Spider-Man format, I'm sorry, the Spider-Man set, the Avatar set, and the TMNT set, there's so many unnecessary commanders. Well, I wouldn't say necessary commanders, but so many unnecessary legendary creatures that you can technically make into commanders. Here comes the twain. But you don't have Gadzuski, though? Godzuski? You mean Godzilla? Because I think I do, now that you mention that. I have Space Godzilla. I know that for sure. No, a friend of mine from one of my previous workplaces has Godzilla. And he does not want to trade that to me. Bastard. Godzuki's different. Like, I would have loved to get some of the 40k cards, but I wasn't going to spend $80 on a Commander deck when I don't like Commander. That is completely fair, Stitch. Because there's a recent card shop that came out, like, back in September, or opened up back in June or September of last year. And I unfortunately did business with them, and I traded them my unopened boxes of Warhammer Precon decks, and I hate I did that because I found out that this card shop is like full of scalpers, and I'm like, fuck me, I just did business with them. Good business. Godzuki is from the Hanna-Barbera Godzilla cartoon. Godzuki. I feel like I know who you're talking about. I feel like the second I look this up, I'm gonna know who that. Godzuki. Huh. Why don't I remember this? You would think I would remember this. Interesting. But probably not, because Hanna-Barbera is Warner Brothers, and for whatever reason, Warner Brothers has like not been doing any collaborations with Magic the Gathering, surprisingly enough. But yeah, lately Magic the Gathering is like I loved the Final Fantasy set. I loved it because, like, again, it's another nostalgia set for me, and it has a lot of good, great reprints and Commander staples, and like I just love it, and I especially love like all the cool cards I managed to pull from that set as well. Like, I got 2 VVs, one full art borderless VV and one regular. And then I got Cloud, and then I hate how I bought 2 of the same Precon decks. Because the Cloud Strife Precon deck was, they had 2 versions of it. They had the regular version, and then they had the game code version, where you could get a game code to download the OG Final Fantasy VII game, and the promo card they had for that was the mono white Cloud card, but with the Final Fantasy VII art cover on it. And I'm like, fuck me, I need it. Last set I really got into was the Lord of the Rings set. You know, that's completely fair. It is honestly fair. I think the last that I got into, like, heavily into, was Final Fantasy, which was last year. but I really wanted to get into Lorwyn more, and I even bought like a whole booster box of cards, and I cracked them all open to see if I got anything interesting. I got a couple hits, and I got and I got like a cool hit that immediately went into my Ishin deck. But like Magic the Gathering is like just been doing like so many bad business choices when it comes to stuff like that. And doesn't help that like a lot of their changes within Wizards of the Coast like is yikes on trikes on top of that. With Dungeons and Dragons with the 2024 edition, which I've ranted to Dakota about this before, but my thoughts on the 2024 D&D edition are mixed, to say the least. Like, I like it because it's a lot more streamlined, but it's like it's really hard to explain it without getting into the nitty gritty of like the background shenanigans and stuff. It's starting to feel like the Fortnite card games. You know, it's funny you say that, Stitch, considering that Magic the Gathering did a Secret Lair collab with Fortnite. So there are Fortnite cards, technically speaking. But yeah, it really is the Fortnite of card games now, which is kind of sad. Ad break coming. Watch out, everybody. And for those who are joining the ad break or somehow able to see me, I want you to know I appreciate you all coming here and listening to me yap. Right now, I am just trying to talk through an ad, and I hope you all can hear me. If not, goddamn, I'm an idiot. But for the most part, to recap everyone catching up, I am trying to get back into streaming. I'm also trying to plan out a lot of other things. Did you just disrespect Fortnite? I think Fortnite disrespected. No? Well, No, I think Fortnite. Nah. God damn, it's really hard to explain it. Especially to someone who doesn't play card games. But fuck. Logic, brain, hurdy. As often as I'm able to. Yeah, that's fair, that's fair. I actually re-downloaded Fortnite just so I could cancel my VIP pass or whatever the fuck it's called. And it turns out that from the times of letting it like renew every single time, I was saving Epic Game Store money. And so I had like $17 saved up in total, and I was like, "Oh fuck, can I get anything while before I uninstall it again?" And they did a solo leveling collab, and it's not even the anime solo leveling; it's the fucking game spinoff that they came out with like last year, I think. So like, cool, I got solo leveling characters. Bad because it's like it's not what I was hoping for, but okay. Ooh, excuse me. Oh shit, y'all were on the ad breaks though when I was yapping about that. Okay. Yeah, I was just saying how much I even I canceled my VIP subscription for Fortnite, and I also because I was letting it run and renew for so long that I managed to simply accumulate like $17 worth of like in store credit for Epic Game Store, and I just bought myself like the solo leveling skins that they had before uninstalling again. Which I was really surprised that they did solo leveling, but it turns out that they did the solo leveling video game spinoff and not the actual anime solo leveling. Yeah, I haven't played it in forever for a few reasons. What's your reasons, Dakota? I'm kind of curious. Like, I might have an idea why, but like, I'm kind of curious what they've done to fuck things up now. Is it AI? Is it the AI slop? AI and Harry Potter. Wait, what? Harry Potter, what? How the fuck do you... Well, it's Fortnite, but like, how do you implement Harry Potter? Weird. Weird. Man, I really need to update my scroll wheel or my picture wheel here. Love all of this art, most of it done by Doodle Noodle CJ. I really need to commission CJ more. Director for the Sonic video game movies literally just put out a freaking teaser picture for Sonic 4. It's a pink number 4, so it's gonna be including Amy, like they like in the end of the Sonic 3 movie. They had a customizable Harry Potter student skins last Christmas, and I stopped playing. Oh, see, I didn't notice that because I wasn't playing around this time, so thankfully I didn't see that. But you, AI. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Chat, what's your favorite scary movie? Because I'm really excited for Scary Movie 6 coming out in June. I'm really surprised with like who's coming back as characters and whatnot. I'm kind of curious if they'll be bringing back Shorty, or like not like well, yes, they're bringing back Shorty as in the Wayans brother character, but like Kevin Hart Shorty, because there's technically two Shorties now after Miramax bought out the Wayans brothers for the rights after Scary Movie 2. Apparently, they are about to add a sidekick-based one and based on an AI meme character soon too. Meme character, an AI meme character. God, I am like so brain rot or out of the loop or both. I don't know who you're referencing to. The only thing I give Fortnite credit for is turning the Godzilla fandom and the Miku fandom to best friends. You know, honestly, I love the Godzilla event in Fortnite. It reminded me a lot of the Call of Duty Warzone King Kong Godzilla event, where like you could like shoot other people while like Godzilla and King Kong are stomping on you. God, I wish Call of Duty did that more often than what the fuck they're doing now with all their AI slop. Like some brain rot AI character I've never heard about. Yeah, I've never heard about this AI character either. I didn't even know that was a fucking thing. Yeah, I'm seeing like God, if that is not the same actor who's playing the Art the Clown in Scary Movie from Terrifier, I will be surprised because it looks just like them. I'm pretty sure you can get the same actor to just reprise his role as that cameo. Tongue, tongue, tongue. What? That's a weird name. Okay. I mean, I've heard worse, I guess. Oh. I mean, his AI Slopso is weird. I mean, yeah, that's fair. Excuse me. Oh god, what time is it? Oh, it's almost 4. I have no idea what I want to be streaming going forward when I get back into the stream routine of things. Because I have like a lot of games on my back burner that I want to play. So aside from streaming Grounded, I don't know what else to play. So does anyone have any suggestions? Wow, I could maybe make a roulette stream Revenge of the Colon. No. Are you telling me to stream that game so you can like have me be your doctor and check your colon, Dakota? Because I'm pretty sure you can just go to a doctor yourself. Why did you hesitate? Oh. Let's see, what games could I stream? I could play Elden Ring. I'd probably die a lot and scream like a bitch, but aside from that, I can do that. Ooh, I could do Soul Reaver. I haven't played those games in a hot minute. I've been really wanting to play the Legacy of Kain remastered. Stick of Truth, and I need to do the Fractured Butthole South Park game. God, those games have been mismanaged. Are an example of games being mismanaged. I don't know what Matt Stone and Trey Parker have been doing with their game projects, but that I don't know. They've just been like lit down after let down after Fractured Butthole. Oh, Puna stream when? That sounds dirty. Not trust. Uh-huh. Okay. Looking that up now. I swear to God, the first thing is like a fucking hentai game. Okay, I don't think this is what you were referring to because this is like the. Am I spelling this right? I played on stream. Don't worry. I am not especially worried now. Opuna. Opuna. Am I spelling this right? Because I don't think I'm getting the result that I'm supposed to be looking for. Wait, when did Dynasty Warriors have a Dead or Alive crossover? What the fuck? The cute Wii RPG? Oh, so I'm gonna need like an emulator or something? Okay, I'll have to look into that then, maybe. Ooh, Ninja Gaiden 4 is 35% off. Could probably do that. Oh, then, but it's probably gonna like destroy my PC from what I've heard. I'm pretty sure Ninja Gaiden 4 has been like chugging people's PCs to shit. A vampire therapist? Oh, that seems interesting. Is this? No, it's not a porn game. Never mind. Lies P. Assassin's Creed. Oh yeah, I forgot they're doing a whole fucking Ubisoft sale right now. Yeah, I forgot about Ubisoft is like going under now finally. I don't know if I should be happy or not. Like, I kind of feel bad for them, but at the same time, they're also another example of a business that's been doing every single thing wrong and just doubling down on it. What the fuck is this? Nubby's Number Factory? What was that, like, fun math games or something? Oh, is this why Jinx finally played Space Marine 2? It's on sale for $20. Oh, that makes so much sense. Possibly, yes, most likely. I kind of feel bad though, because like Space Marine 2 will like chug your PC. Yeah, let's see, what other games do I have? Oh, when did I? Oops. When did I buy Undertale? I beat the game before, and I know those alternate endings, but I don't think I'm gonna be visiting those alternate endings anytime soon. When did I buy Undertale? Tell me, Steve. Tell me. Ever play the Plucky Squire? I don't know if it would be your thing, but I liked it. It's $3 on CD keys. The Plucky Squire. Depends. Look. Oh God. Why is this? That's a drastic difference. Plucky Squire. Wait, is this the? No, it's not Scribblenauts. Hello. Oh, that's cool. Automod caught something. That's interesting. That's like the first time that's ever happened. Okay, I'm watching like freak sneak peek of the Plucky Squire. It seems interesting. It seems like one of those trippy puzzle games I might like. Maybe. Crap. Well, yeah, I'm putting that on my wish list. See what else I have just in case, because I know I do have like a lot of other games I do want to finally play or get back into at some point. Like I have a bunch of like long lists of Star Wars games to get through. Excuse me. I already did Cult Lamb. I beat Mortal Kombat 1 off stream because NetherRealm Studios can't fucking maintenance this game for the life of them. I beat Mortal Kombat 11 on stream. I keep forgetting I have Genital Jousting. But like I don't have anyone to play it with. Well, no, I do. I do. Lee has it. Apparently. I don't know why, but they apparently have it. I played Nico Jishi. Maybe I could. Of course they do. I could play Nico Jishi again one of these days. It's been a hot minute since. You know what? You know what? I need to check if the sequel came out because I know a sequel for Nico Jishi came out, like, or not come out, but it's like was in the works a while ago. Because like they have a. I'll actually have a couple DLCs. It looks like. So where is sequel? And one of the top reviews is like, I didn't play this game, but if I did, it was a joke. I feel that, considering that one of my chatters, who is also another friend of mine, I kind of like dared me to play this game when it came out. Not came out because this was when I first started streaming, I think, or like the first anniversary stream, I think maybe. Femboy Futa House? Okay, don't know what that is. Wish list. Yeah, but Nico Jishi 2. I know there was supposed to be a sequel for this game. Nico Jishi 2? Okay, no. So I guess that's not out yet or still in development. Could play Sons of the Forest together. They code up, I think, Thingus Oh, Tingus Goose, perhaps? Isn't that the weird goose game? Oh, I forgot what it was called. But anyways, we could play The Forest together, Dakota. I think you'd like that. It's like Grounded, but with cannibals instead of bugs. I don't know, grounded like games aren't really my thing, I've learned. Yeah, but we can always drag you along with us, like we're doing in Grounded. Oh, Shababi. How long is the forest? I mean, that's a good question. Let me check see how long it took me to beat it. Because it took my friend to basically hold my hand through the entire thing. And we beat it in 16 hours. But like she had to carry me through a lot of it. You could also play Elden Ring. Really, did I not play the Fable Anniversary until since September? God, time flies then, because that doesn't seem right. I started to burn myself out playing long games, and I like finishing games to move on to the next. So what about games that technically have no end, if that makes sense, but like you can pop in, pop out anytime, like Helldivers 2, for example. Or Umumusume. Endless games like Fortnite and Repo are fine. Okay, so then you probably like Helldivers 2 then, probably. It's like, you ever seen the movie Starship Troopers? Think that, the video game. Or the movie, never seen it. God damn it. Alright, you're just adding more to your list of things to do, Dakota. Alright. But could be things to talk about another day. What time is it? 4? Alright. I need to start getting ready to go and get my roommates. I don't think I'm gonna be raiding anyone today or tonight, this morning, what have you. So I will head to bed. SpongeBob the Cosmic Shake was really good, and the new SpongeBob game that came out. Oh yeah, that's the Flying Dutchman one, right? I think you told me and the rest of our friend group that. Yeah, seems interesting. But yeah, I think I'm gonna be calling it here tonight. So if I don't see you again, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Bye bye. Have a good night, everybody. I'll see you next time. I'll try to be back soon. Later.